Shallows, welcome back, people. It's the Critic Corp. I am Toke. This is my little review today on True Detective Night Country, episode 3. Um, yeah, this shit's fucking it's getting litter and litter each episode, bro. Like, they're turning the fuck up on this case, bro. They are turning the fuck up on this case. Navarro and fucking Liz together is, man, a force to be reckoned with. you know, they both just digging and digging and digging and, just keep discovering shit. And, this episode, we got to really see, the supernatural side of it, more in effect, I believe. Like, it was just, it was a little bit much of, creepy shit going on, I would say. You know, first off with the goddamn, the spiral tattoo and that whole little intel that they found out, the fucking, I guess the tattoo, that was on Annie was, kept coming about in her dreams until she got the bitch and, it fucking, dreams just stopped. Also, it was at the end of the episode, they fucking had goddamn one of the doctors, and the Dr. Lund, he ended up coming alive and waking up in the hospital and shit. And he woke up just like, like just it was like he's possessed. And he was on some weird creepy shit, and like fucking just making this weird ass noise, like hyperventilating, whatever. Just he felt like he wasn't even in his own body, like it wasn't even his own sense of mind. It was pretty frightening. And he rose up on Navarro. This was when Liz was ended up to happen to be out of the room, and was talking in third person, like like I said, like he was possessed, saying, your mother says hi, she's waiting for you. It was kind of weird. It was kind of weird, and and that just put the cushion on Navarro and her whole observation of the whole case. She thinks is more going into the magical, supernatural, just spiritual type of fucking lead, as far as for the Salao lab and all, and as far as the crew, the sciences crew and their whole reasoning of them going out into the snow. And Detective Hank, which is Peter's dad, and the Mind people, fucking the Mind dudes or whatever, has something to do with fucking the whole disappearance of Clark, and he's deaf and all that bullshit. She just really is persistent and just stern on that belief of is just the crooked cops and Mind people, and no one really give a fuck about her culture and all that shit. Which she is kind of uneducated on herself, but it's not her fault. Her mother died before she can even get the grasp of that whole native and native style and whatnot. To find out she died, she had a little crazy um thoughts and whatnot, but and she died and the killer wasn't was never found, all type of shit. But yeah. Liz and goddamn Navarro, they had their own little question me scene. All the pictures out laid out and shit. That shit was like my favorite part. They got down they got down with that one. Um fucking night this man Clark had 19 things in evidence lab. 19 boxes. They had the whole evidence room, given us Alaska. It's fucking small, all that shit. But yeah, 19 rooms. 19 boxes, all that shit. Fucking they end up finding out through some hair dye. That was on one of the pictures. A lead to the intel on fucking the Nets move of the fucking case, and it ended up being this hairdresser lady that ended up dyeing her hair. And she was because they were trying to figure out, like, was it just always them two? Was it just always Annie and Clark? Was this really that secretive of a fucking relationship and shit, or affair? And she knew. Obviously she knew she was what she wanted, so they went up pulling up on her, questioning her, all that shit, whoop de wop, and fucking ended up getting evidence out of her about this equipment engineer named Oliver, and that was just the Nets lead to their questioning, but he ended up not knowing anything. Fuck, he didn't even know they had died. So yeah, that was just a complete waste of time on their part. Goddamn, but to find out also, Annie didn't want from the hairdresser. They found out that Annie didn't want she didn't want anyone knowing about her and Clark's affair. So I don't know. Is the way shit's going is kind of leading towards a I feel like Annie, given her whole I'm not I'm not being that guy, but given on their whole cultural background and what all their true beliefs are and whatnot. I kind of think Annie is the one pulling strings here. Um, I believe that she ended up dying, but like she ended up dying on some crucial shit. But I believe that um, it's something that's not being told, man. Like, cause when he woke up, when the Dr. Long woke up, he said, we woke her. We woke her. She's after us, and even in the dark, you know. But I don't know, bro. It's kind of it. It's really given like a, I want to say, um 50-50, uh partial, like one thing leading tying into another, as far as the death of Annie, and then the the reoccurrence of the death from the fucking lab crew. I believe Annie has, did some spiritual shit, fucked around in that little trailer that her and Clark were having their, sexual affairs at, and she was she's the reason behind all that shit that was in the fucking, in the trailer, as far as like the bones and whatnot and all that shit. And I believe that she got him either into that like crazy spiritual shit Clarky did. She got Clarky into, or it's just like I said, they did something to her because she did something they didn't like, but Clark wasn't, Clark loved her. It's I don't know. It was a few, because in all the pictures that they did evidence on, they looked happy. They're like a happy couple, straight out. Like, I don't know. Is this shit's giving off a lot of different perspectives. I'm pretty puzzled on this one. It's going on the sixth day of night. Fucking, goddamn. None of these niggas look like they even got sleep like that. Like, it's just crazy, bro. They're all dove deep into this case. Hank's a bitch ass. I fucking hate him. I always knew he was just a little dirty, conniving, little fuck nigga, but I didn't think he was that much of a fuck. This man had a search party out for Clark with the cops, and then involved some of his little fucking hillbilly friends, like just regular civilians. Like, what the fuck? It's something. It's something that's being withheld from this evidence, from this case, and it's really given. It's really given, man. I don't know, Hank. He's involved for sure, because he came up questioning. They end up finding that out also from the hairdresser, that he came around questioning her about the murder case of Annie and some shit. Like, it's just. And he withheld that info about them being her and Clark being, a thing. Like, it's just a lot. It's a lot, bro. This episode was good. This episode was real good. I fucking loved every single moment of it. Even the end, like I said, was crazy with Dr. Long waking up and Peter fucking pulling up to the fucking hospital with Annie's phone unlocked, and fucking showing, a video of Annie in this little ice cave just screaming her ass off, screaming for her life. It was wild. It was wild. Even, the scene with his cousin, Pete's cousin, kind of, what he said, that he had his, because the forensic tech wasn't able to make it out soon enough, fucking flights and all that shit, going with complications with that, and they wanted to get somebody else's opinion for the meantime, and his cousin, given that he dealt with a lot of like wild animals and things and froze, all that shit, I don't know. They just took a little run for it, needed something now just to go off of, and he pretty much said, like, just from, observing and looking himself, that they couldn't have died, before they froze. I mean, they couldn't have died from like being froze to death. They died before they even became frozen. Like, this was like a cardiac arrest type of thing, or they, like, he could tell, like, they were, that some other shit was going down. They didn't just die out there like that. Like who knows, bro? It's a lot of crazy things that's unfolding within this case, bro. And I'm like, it's so great. It's so great. I fucking love it. I'm all the way in, 100% interested in this, how this one's gonna go. Um, Furthermore, I want to figure out fucking Liz's little set's life, her past history, because it just keeps and keeps and keeps getting exposed, and she's starting to really become ashamed of this shit. You could tell each more times is really really expanding more and more her whole set's life history, and I'm like, wow, you wouldn't even have thought from giving the very first episode how she portrayed and came off as to this the third episode now, and they're fucking man, mm, she likes to fuck. She likes to fuck. So yeah, um, there you have it, man. Fucking leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think about this episode. Like and subscribe. Support the motherfucking corp. And I will be back fucking with some more vids this week. So stay tuned. And with that being said, yeah, toodles.